Hey, what's going on? You asked, well, I'm not one of you. I don't know if you asked, one of you said that you wanted it. I want it. Welcome back to this video. I can't say how long it's going to be because I'm not a future teller, but I know it's going to be long enough. We're also live streaming. So there's a live chat currently. If you are interested in seeing me film these videos live, because this one is live, then follow me at kick.com/JLKADIS. I'm partnered. So what's happened? Well, I think the biggest thing that's happened, I don't know, what did we say last time? I had this food in front of me. Do you guys mind if I eat while I make the video? Is that chill? Should I have ate before I, you know what I'm saying? Like, should I have thought about this before I don't know. Hard to say. Oh, power just went out. I want to see how smooth the stream is on Kick. If you don't mind, I'm gonna check that. Channel. Current stream, let's see. Looks pretty smooth to me. We got Christian up in here, bruh. Looks pretty smooth to me. So, yeah, if you'll notice, I got my flag over. I'm thinking about going vegetarian. If that's cool with you. Dude, go to sleep so you can walk more tomorrow. So I actually just slept. All right, so what should I say? How do I make, like, you mind if I eat while I talk? I just slept. I got meatloaf. Earlier today, yeah, definitely. So earlier today, well, we have 5 current viewers. I woke up, all right, so I'm in the Keys of Florida 3 days until, so big things are coming, right? It's actually funny how I've continued to walk. It used to be, everything's always changing, I think, is one of the things that I've noticed. And it's always, like, very interesting how, you know, it's one way, then the next way, then the next way. Sorry, I don't want this chocolate milk to block the frame. And, I don't know, it's just, you know, it's just things that I think about and, like, the way that stuff's happening and how it's happening. I try to, I feel like sometimes I sound crazy just to myself when I say the things that I'm thinking, or maybe sometimes that because I choose my own thoughts, right? So sometimes I choose to think like that I really have like, I don't know. I think that sometimes I choose like, sometimes I choose to think thoughts like I am, like, look, okay, you can look at me right now. Right now I have the American flag draped over my shoulders, right? So I put the flag over my shoulders right there behind the corner, and I thought to myself, yo, this is kind of like crazy. Like, who do I think I am? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, who farted? Who do I think I am? Because people that have the flag over their shoulders, they are kind of like the kings, you know? Yo, what's up, everybody, bro? This is so much fun. I love streaming. I can't believe I'm streaming, by the way. My phone's plugged in. We're going to go for a while. Anyway, I just kind of think to myself like, yo, who do you think that you are? You know? Who do you think that you are? Who do I think that I am? Let me figure out, who do I think that I am? Well, walking an outline of the United States, my name's Jack Cadis, here's yesterday. That's interesting because I don't think I ever imagined that I'd have like a tagline. But I do. I'll say it one more time. Walking an outline of the United States. My name's Jack Cadis. Here's yesterday. Jack, you're not walking right now. Jack, you're not even in the United States. That's correct. I'm in Russia. I'm just playing. But you wouldn't know. What you would know is what I tell you. I learned some Russian the other day. We should freestyle, low key. But we'll get into that later. What I was thinking of is what I was going to say. I think the lights, oh, dude, something's going on with the breaker at this place because the lights keep flickering, and I hope that the like Wi-Fi is not flickering. I hope it's just the lights. But it should be fine. It looks stable. It looks like everything's good. We have 9 viewers. We've been going for 10 minutes. 9 viewers is crazy. I'm actually kind of shocked that we have 9 viewers. I'll try my best to read the chat. Whoa, now we got 11 viewers. Okay, I'll try my best to read the chat from time to time. I just want to make sure that I keep my thoughts in my head. Yeah. Okay, this is live though. It's Leighton. I miss you too, man. That's me proving that it's live. This is definitely live. So, Christian, I'll answer that. That's good. Good connection. Okay, so I am single. Can talk about that. You guys, I kind of like have you guys captive right now. I can talk about whatever I want. Oh, is the internet inconsistent? Because the guy before you said good connection. It should be okay. I'm not on service. This hotel Wi-Fi seemed like it was pretty good, so I was just kind of like, let's wing it. Oh my gosh, I just realized on my streaming phone Wi-Fi was turned off, so I just turned on the Wi-Fi. We'll see if that makes it super smooth. Hopefully it doesn't break it. I'm almost tempted to stop my live and go back live, but we have 9 viewers, so I refuse to do that. We're just gonna kind of roll with how it is. I do want to be able to see the stream quality one more time, just because I have all these thoughts that I want to get into. I've got all 4 phones in front of me. That's kind of rare. That doesn't always happen. Usually, some are in my pocket. Okay, it looks like it's perfect right now. Oh, and it's not even that delayed. It's not even that delayed. Okay, so who's up saying that, bro? I love you too, man. I guess that's you saying you're gonna leave. Yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't stick in a live. Like if I was if someone that I liked on the internet, especially like short form stuff, which I rarely follow anyone for short form stuff. But if I was following someone and then they were like, "Yo, come watch my live," I think that if I went, I wouldn't stay for long. That's kind of if I went, I wouldn't be there long. So it's crazy that there's 9 people here. It's crazy there's 9 people here because I'm at the 7-minute mark of my YouTube video that I'm filming. And usually when I film these long YouTube videos, I do them completely alone. So this is all new to me. There's people watching live. That is such a big deal. Because I feel like I'm less alone, and I feel like what I say has more, I feel like what I say has more, I don't know, it's more important that I think about what I say, if that makes sense. Because longtime watchers and listeners of the YouTube where I make long form stuff, I don't know if you'll understand. The way I understand it is when I would be making all these long videos, I'd be kind of alone throughout the whole time. And then with this, having it be live streamed alongside kind of makes me feel like you got to say who you are. What's up, brother? You got to tell me who you are in the chat. Yo, you guys got to be making accounts. You got to follow me on Twitch or on Kick so you know when I'm going live. And put your freaking name in the chat so I know who's watching, because there's a lot of mysterious people watching me right now. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your intentions are, but I'm glad you're here, man. I feel so unlonely. I feel so seen. So my feet were killing me today. I'm talking if I do a 1 to 10 scale of pain, I was probably an 8 for the last 2 hours of my walk today. And I realized after having just woken up, so you'll notice I'm in a hotel room, I'm not in a tent. Oh my gosh, I have a crazy story for y'all. So last night, bro, some people came and met me at my, so I camped in a state park. First time I ever have done that. I paid $50 to camp, which is no wonder I've never done that before. What? Camping is free when you do it when no one's watching. And I set my tent up. First things first, the sun goes down, 30-mile-an-hour winds. I'm talking ripping. Thank goodness I spent time looking for big rocks, because the ground is wood, concrete. It's concrete. It's rocks over concrete. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say here? Basically, tent almost blew away with me inside of it. managed to fix it. I fixed it well. That's not what I was getting to. What actually happened that was crazy is some gentleman that came to see me brought me chocolate cake. That's awesome. Didn't finish it all right away, so it was in my tent with me. Actually, initially it was on the picnic table, and that's when I first caught a glimpse of the mice. I first caught a glimpse of the mice at the picnic table. He sunk his little teeth into the apple that was also in that plastic bag on top of the chocolate cake. Because I was hearing things, and I looked outside and I was like, yo, get away from my food, bro. Like, I mean, you guys see it. I'm live on stream, and I'm eating, because that's what I do. I eat, you know? I eat nonstop. So, I will answer these questions, but I will talk about, especially what you just said. I read it, but let me first finish because what I'm telling you right now, you're not going to see in a reel. Tomorrow's reel consists of the aftermath is actually right back there. I tried something new out, and I feel really cool saying that because it's like, yo, tomorrow's video, it's right behind me, but you're going to see it at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's when I just finished it up. Anyway. And I will get to these chats because this chat looks really interesting, and this is actually what I want to talk about. I do want to talk about this stuff. I'm reading this, I am, but I don't want to. I'll scroll back up. The chat's not moving too fast, so I'm not worried about it. I just want to, dude. You can call me right now while I'm live, Leighton, if you want. That'd be pretty cool. But let me get through these two things first. First, let me tell you what I'm trying to say, and then. I gotta answer this dude's chats because they entice me. I'm enticed. So first things first, bro. What are you doing on my food? A mouse, a rat, a mice? I don't know what the like. If it's a mouse, mice, moose. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it had its little teeth in my apple, and I'm like, bro. That's my apple. It was gifted to me. It was promised to me 3,000 years ago. I'm gonna need that apple back. So I had to get out of the tent, and my feet are hurting, and I'm like, bro, this is my first meeting with this mouse mice. So this is my first time sort of realizing, as I'm getting closer to it, yelling at it, like, yo, get your teeth out of my apple. I'm realizing, bro, it doesn't care about me. Like, genuinely, it wants the apple almost more than it wants its own life, because I'm big, right? You know, I think I didn't have a weapon at the time, but like I have a weapon. Like if I clench my fist like this, like I could have just punched and kicked the rat. I don't think it let me get that close, but I was like 2 steps away. Maybe I could have. If I would have been, it's funny because wildlife, especially, you know, along what I've been doing, they don't want to be nowhere near you. So it's always shocking to see a mouse, mice, squirrel or something that is like, will let you get that close, because it's like, bro. That's when I realized that's when I realized, like, okay, staying at a state park at a designated campsite like this is different, because these mouse, mice, rats, you know, they're fearless, bro. They don't care. So that's my first interaction with bro, and the plot thickens. So this might not have been a smart idea, but my next move was to take the cake and the apple and everything into my tent. So now you're thinking to yourself, Jack, why would what would make you think hey, this mouse almost values the possibility of it getting fed and it getting to that human food more than its own life? Why would you think that you should take it into your tent? Well, after the wind ordeal, after I almost blew away, after I restrapped and everything, it's probably like 10, 11 p.m. And mind you, by this time, I'm kind of in like a bad mood. I think, especially after having just napped this afternoon, I think I was totally sleep deprived. That's what I'm actually thinking. I do not have a good diet. I want to go full vegetarian, but it wasn't a roach, it was a mouse. And I saw Josh, and I read these comments. Hold on, I gotta tell you the craziest part of this story. Dang it, see, every time, bro, this is new to me, live streaming. When I read the chat, I get sidetracked. I gotta stay main tracked. Because if I'm sidetracked forever, then you're just watching a sidetracked party. You know, I wouldn't want to watch somebody just get sidetracked until how many sidetracks can there be? initially, of course, to have a track, you gotta, bro, why is that chat deleted? That chat's funny. Anyway, dang, that chat's funny, bro. Okay, what was I saying? Yo, what was I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay locked in. Okay, so the rat, the mouse, the moose, the meese, he clawed through my tent around 11 p.m. And it's so, it was like a perfect storm. It's so windy that like the tent is flapping, like nonstop, the tent is flapping. And that was also making me really irritated. It was just flapping like this. So I didn't hear him. He ripped a hole in my tent with his little freaking rat mice paws. Mind you, this tent is like $500. It's a nice tent. This is not my first tent. It's my second tent. And good night, Christian. I love you, Beast. See, bro, every single time I interact with the chat, I completely lose my train of thought. Maybe it's because it's late at night. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to like read them without interacting to them but anyway, and he's trying to get through the plastic bag now to the cake. And that's when I realize, wait, what's that sound? And I'm like processing it in real time. Like, is there a rat? Is there a mouse? Like, did someone claw his way into the tent? And it's right by my, like, I'm laying here. The cake is here. Like the you know what I'm saying? Like the cake is right there. Like the cake is right there. And the wall to the tent is right there. Like, I don't have like a luxury tent. Like, it folds up and it's like weighs like 3 pounds. Like, it's just enough for me to lay down and have my backpack next to me. That's it. So when I realize this in real time, I'm turning around and I'm like face to face with this rat. And it's dark. I mean, I don't really see it, but then I freak out. I scream like a little girl. I get up on my knees and I raise my hand up off the thing just to like grab my phone or something. And the rat, when I was raising my hand up, the rat is crawling over my hand. So when I raise my hand up, he's crawling. I go like this and I fling him. And he's like just flies, and like, this is when it's scary because now I'm stuck in this tent with this rat. Thankfully, after I flung him and he bounced around once or twice, he was able to, like, he remembered how he got in and he just scurried right back out the hole. But now there's a rat-sized hole in my tent. And I was really upset about that when it happened. So that was really upsetting for me. I wasn't a fan of it personally, but it happened. At the end of the day, what are you going to do? I didn't put it in my video because when it happened, it was... okay, let's read some of these chats. I'm going to scroll back up. Maybe I should read them. Oh. Maybe I should read them on a different phone. What just happened? There we go. Okay. Maybe I should read them on a different phone. Okay. All right, so it's so cool I have chat on my phone. Can I go here? Oh my gosh, I have chat on my phone. I have chat on my phone. This is so exciting. Okay, so if it's not personal, man, since you mentioned being single, was there anyone back home left behind? I'd assume only long distance is the option with the mission you're on. Yeah, I mean, not directly, like I didn't have a girlfriend or anything, but I have lots of friends that are girls and friends, period, that I left behind, just by nature. A couple girls come to mind in particular that like I really enjoyed spending time with. One or two are kind of on the, kind of on like the top of my mind that I kind of just miss. And that's not that I never, I didn't necessarily like spend time with them a whole lot, when I was home. But I think it's always like a grass is greener kind of thing. Like people will ask me, hey, what do you like? Well, not even people will ask me, like, even if you're not walking out in other United States, if it's summer in July, you're like, dang, I just can't wait till winter. And then you know what I'm saying. When it's winter, you're just like, man, I just can't wait till summer. So yeah, I'm walking around in the United States. I miss my family too. I think even more than girls and being single, that's, probably much more prevalent in my mind. I think it's just sort of like it only seems, like if I was with my family, if I lived with my parents and I had a loving girlfriend, I'd probably long for like a version of me that was single and lived not with my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a sort of like a thing like this. I actually feel pretty good about being single at this current part of my life. I feel like I think having a girlfriend or a woman in your life is just a lot of responsibility. There's no way around that. There was times when like I, knew that. What up, Rick, baby? There was times when I knew that, and I, it's just a lot of work. I'm gonna stop reading chat on the screen. I'm gonna just read chat on my phone, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna just read chat on my phone. That was a great question. He said, if it's not personal, man, since you mentioned being single, was there anyone back home left behind? I wouldn't say left behind. I'd say, with the phones and the cell phones, I wouldn't say I left anyone behind. I don't feel like I left anybody behind. You know what it is? Then the same person, it is a different person. Hey man, do you remember Connor from Jupiter? It's Talon from the shout out video you did for him. I really want to walk with you, but I just got my life going. What up, Talon? I don't remember Connor from Jupiter. I remember Jupiter. I'm trying to think of shout out videos that I did. Jupiter. I don't. Can you give me anything else that might help me remember? I do a lot of shout out videos. I'm sure there's something that happened between us, a point of conversation or maybe a personal identifier, like something that may be like slightly unique to you, because I'm sure that if you're still here, I would remember if you just help me out a bit more. Also, if you really want to walk with me, I understand you said you got your life going, but if you really want to walk with me, and this is just not for the Italian Talon, but for anyone watching right now, you can. It's literally, it is literally like, I am lonely. Every day I'm lonely, and every single day I wonder when. I think it's like this sort of thing, like life in general, not just walking an outline of the United States, is just filled with firsts. And the way I see it, I'm going to have, there's already been people that walk entire days with me. So I'm waiting for the first person to come 2 days, the first person to come 3 days, the first person to walk weeks with me. Actually, though, that's going to be a lot harder than you just saying, okay, I'm going to give up on my life and walk with this guy, because I'm probably going to give you a really hard time. There's a lot of things that I think about when I, there's a lot of things that I think about, like I feel like I would, okay, we'll put it this way. When people came with me for the whole day, Rick knows this. Rick, not so much, because by the time Rick came with me, other people had come with me before. But like one of the first people to ever walk with me, there was one guy. A lot of times people will walk with me and like I'm talking to them, and then I just get like super, it's funny because I'll be alone and I'll be like, yo, I really am lonely. Like I would love it if people came and walk with me. But then people come and walk with me and I'm like, yo, get out of my face, So I wonder that. And then I also wonder my sleeping arrangements. A lot of times I just sort of hide away in the bushes. And a lot of times I'm so close to the road or so close to people or so close to a house or so close to this and this and this, that I feel like if there was more than just me, it would be more variables and more risk of cover being blown, more risk of like people finding me, more risk. And if any of that happens, then it messes with my sleep, messes with my journey. We could get fined. I could lose money. I could be arrested. Like, I don't want any of that to happen. So it's like, that's a big reason that I'm like, don't come and follow me. But then again, it's also like, if you are 5'7", brown eyes with brown hair and fair skin, or, maybe you're pale with blue eyes, blonde hair, or maybe you're like 7'4" and you're Asian and you're looking for a man. I would say hopefully you're a woman. in this particular scenario that I'm laying out here. I would love it if you came with me because I am lonely. I'm lonely, but I'm also a little bit sensually lonely. I'm a little bit sexually low, but that's very inappropriate. And you never know who's watching. Imagine we're live now. Because this is the kind of thing I would say without, like, I would like talk about this, no questions asked, because right now we're playing a YouTube video. So this would just, because, for whatever reason with the YouTube videos, and I don't care that we're live. But anyway, we got chat to get through here. Where were we? Hopefully, Talon, if I'm going to get down there, hopefully, I think I saw your name. You didn't say anything, it looks like. Okay. What? It's Talon from the shout out video you did for Connor. Yeah, you already said that. I don't know. I don't remember. Leighton, feel free to, if you're still watching Leighton, bro, feel free to call me when I finish getting to the bottom of chat. Old Man Lady 13, what a username. What would you rather find in your attic, 1,000 roaches or a man? Probably a man. I think I've been asked this question before. I'm a big people guy, so probably a man. Great question. This chat got deleted. Oh, no, it doesn't show up on my phone. Okay. Man, just shoot him. Roach is nasty. No, I wouldn't shoot the man. I think we'd probably be friends. In a metaphorical way, I've been sleeping in people's attics, if that makes sense. I'm going to go to sleep, dude. Good luck on your trip. I already saw that. Good night, Christian. Jack, I saw a train today, and I thought about you. K Woo 10. I love trains. Thanks for thinking about me. And right now, I'm thinking about you. We got 0 subs. Can you sub? I haven't put my bank details anymore. I saw that comment about groupies. Even though I'm not down at the bottom of the chat, I read that comment just now. Now I'm at where Rick joined. He said, yo, will anyone back home join you for a couple weeks on your journey? I don't know. There's a couple guys in particular that I think would be really great. So there's lots of ways that I think about this, right? There's like the mental way where it's like, yeah, maybe you would get on my nerves. There's like the logistical way where it's like, yeah, maybe you'd get in the way of my sleeping arrangements. And then there's also of like the most important way that I think about it, which is honestly why I'm so not desperate, but why I crave company the most, is for the entertainment of the people. If you should know one thing, you should know I'm walking for the video. I'm not really walking I'm not doing it like for veterans or for cancer or for St. Jude. I had been making video constantly, editing, posting for 2.5 years before I started walking. And I think that my walk was just, I didn't think I'd make it. I didn't think about if I make it this far. I just thought I'm going to leave and I'm going to film it. And I hope that, I don't know what that I hoped. I just realized also that this phone is plugged into an outlet that is not, donos for a lady for the night need to be made. Yo. Yo, I have gone down that route. I have been to the Motel 6 and I will never be doing it again. I won't say that it's because I had a bad experience, but I will say it's because I think that curiosity killed the cat in this particular leg. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's a river that I have stepped into that I need not cross any longer. Don't give a for real up arrow to that chat, bro. We're talking about prostitution. That is bad. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Prostitution is not necessarily bad. You know, if you're out there, if you're a lady and you're cruising the streets making a living, good for you. I hope you stay safe. I'm actually not worried about your safety so much. I'm not worried about you at all. I would just kind of give you some well wishes. I don't know how I ended up well wishing you though. I think I just wanted to cover my bases. I didn't want you to think that I thought down upon you. I would think of you like anyone else that I ever meet. If anything, actually, I think I would put you on a little bit of an elevated pedestal just because I think have some questions, or not even necessarily questions about you being a prostitute. It would more be questions about I think it would just be like the kind of the normal questions that I ask everyone, but I just would want to ask them to you. If you want to sub and you want to donate on Venmo, that's great. Just know I will not be spending your money on a escort. Okay, where were we here? Are you open to people? Hey Jack, it's Mittens. Tattoo. Oh my gosh, I know you. Okay, I answered that one from Cade Wu. Kind of. We can come back to that. Will anyone back home join you for a couple weeks in your journey? Mitz Tattoo, tattoo artist from Rhode Island on Insta. I've been loving the Strava post. Yo, that was a great chat. Okay, let me. While we're on the topic of women and Mitz, I hope I didn't just throw you off talking about prostitution. I don't know why I would have. I don't think I said anything wrong, but I have, sometimes dates end early. I think I can be blunt, and I'm not saying this is a date. This is a live stream. Mitz, this is what I'd like to say about that chat that you just gave, because I don't think you asked me a direct question or anything. You just kind of said who you were. So this is what I like to say about that chat. I'm going to read it one more time so everyone can understand. Hey Jack, exclamation mark. It's Mittens, in parentheses. Tattoo artist from, that's got to be Rhode Island. Rhode Island on Insta, in parentheses. I've been loving the Strava posts. Matter of fact, just in case she's not in the chat, I'm going to try and find her on Instagram because I want to tell you how much I love that chat in particular. We can call it a comment. It's all really the same. Will it come up? Mittens Tattoo. It came up immediately. Message. Oh, wait. I don't know. Is this? Oh, I'm following. Oh, yeah, I'm following. Thank you for that chat. It was awesome. Made me smile. Okay, that chat was great because, and I'll tell you why that chat was great. That chat was great because it made me feel human, I think. It made me feel like, oh, this person told me who she was. I remembered who she was because we already had an interaction online. Yeah, albeit it was online. But then she doubled up and said, hey, I've been seeing you on Strava. I feel like she just knew that she was cooking with that because that made me smile. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to get back to the chat. My skate around America should take half the time, so maybe I'll see you. If you haven't okay, this one's going to, now I'm switching emotions right now. All right, Traveler Rubra said my skate around America should take half the time, so maybe I'll see you. Listen, if you haven't left yet, I don't want to hear it. All right, get the fuck out of my live stream. I don't mean to cuss like that, but you know how many people are in my DMs talking about I'm walking now on the opposite way. I'm walking from coast to coast. I'm walking from up to down. I'm skating. I'm biking. I'm scuba diving. I'm roller skating. I'm healing. I'm in a submarine and I'm taking it on land across America. Maybe I'll run into you. I don't give a fuck. The first couple times I would get those messages, I'd be like, that's cool. Maybe we'll meet. But now I'm just like, bro, I feel like, and maybe maybe I'm projecting right now. Maybe I'm a little bit insecure because in reality, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish. I don't know if I'm doing this the best that I could be doing it. Hey, Vince, what's up? I just sent you a message on Instagram. So actually, I'm sorry, that was so rude. Mittens just snapped me out of it. My skate around America should take half the time, so maybe I'll see you. I hope we run into each other. I do. I'd love to meet you. From a motivational standpoint, maybe I will say, if you haven't left yet and you're fantasizing about leaving, and this goes for anything, not just skating and walking, America, a new job, a new relationship, a move to a different city, a new sport you want to play, a new class you're taking, new shoes that you want to buy, anything. Don't get caught in that spider web of looking forward because Mittens will understand. If you want a tattoo and you want to be a tattoo artist, you have to do it. All right? And when you do it, it's going to open up a whole new world and it's going to be great because you're doing it because you want it to be great. And I promise you that greatness is going to come. It's just, it might not, it's not going to kind of unfold. Especially it's not going to unfold, especially if you take a lot of time to think about how might this unfold. I can promise you it will be nothing like you imagined. You don't know the future. You're not a fortune teller. So you can't just sort of lay in bed and get high on the dopamine of stuff that hasn't happened yet. It's just going to ruin your life. It's going to ruin whatever you're thinking about, especially if it's a relationship with a significant other. If you're crushing on somebody, in love with somebody, and you're like, we're going to get married and have lots of kids, and it's fine for you to want those things in your life, but not to the point where you're just in La La Land all day fantasizing about them. And then it gets so messy when you put that La La Land fantasization onto another human being, because then you're just, it's all sorts of fucked up. Like you just don't want to do that. And to finish off with this chat, if you haven't left yet and you're planning on skating around America, you should do one of two things. You should leave right now. I don't care if you plan to leave in August. I don't care if you plan to leave in 2027. You should either leave right now. I'm talking like turn the stream off. I know you have a skateboard. I don't give a fuck if it's not the perfect skateboard. I don't care if you didn't get good sleep. I don't care if you still have your lease, if you have a girlfriend. I don't give a shit what your excuse is. You either leave right now or you stop talking about it. That's it. That's it. And I don't care about your thoughts. I don't know your thoughts. The talking is just what I happen to hear, in this case a chat. But I would go as far to say stop thinking about it, bro. You're either leaving right now or you're done. You're done with because every time you tell someone about something that you haven't done, every time you think about something you haven't done, you cheat yourself. So how about that? Rick wants to know where you can follow you. Yeah, I do too, but I hope that you actually go through with it. And it's okay. That's the whole thing about it. I'm not saying yo, I hope you make it around America on a skateboard. Bro, I just hope you leave. You know how many people will never even try? Do you understand that? Do you know how weird people think that I am for not only getting this far, but just leaving in general? And it wasn't hard for me to leave. I just left. You know what I'm saying? On day one, today's day 85. But on day one, I hadn't accomplished anything. Yet I was still miles ahead of anybody that had never set foot on the first day. Okay. Cade Wu 10, people could walk 800 meters down the road though. Also, no worries, Jack. We can just walk in silence for a few weeks. Yeah, bro, I would love that. And that's probably what would happen. Cade, if you want to come walk on me, that'd be cool. I just might be silent for a bit. You're going to see me screaming and, film myself. That's what I do. And you'll see me meet people. You'll see it'll be a new experience. That's why I'm a big pioneer for new experiences. I'm always trying to shove new experiences on people because also this chat is way more awesome and cool because I'm not on the front page of Kick. So everybody in this chat, you're coming from one of my social media platforms, and for that reason, I am really happy with the quality of these chats. Everyone is saying really cool things. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody. I know I can kind of be blunt. I'm not in Instagram Reel mode because in Instagram Reel mode, I think I'm the most family friendly I can possibly be. But I've been doing this for a lot longer, long form stuff like this. And if I've learned one thing, it's that it's really important for me to be myself. And I crack a couple, funny jokes in the reels. I'm not that family friendly. Anyway, Yo, Rick, on Insta, I've been planning for a while. Yeah, bro, you can only plan so much. Dude, are you still here? Are you listening to me? You can only plan so much. At a certain point, bro, planning turns into just waddling. You don't want to waddle. Ducks waddle. Human beings do. We just went to the moon, okay? You know what I'm saying? If you want to walk, if you want to skateboard around the country, bro, do it. Do it. Yeah, failure doesn't, and I'll get down to that message, but failure doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, Jack looking for groupies, LMAO. Not even gonna lie, it's been a while for me. It's been a year and a half. I really want to have sex, and every time that I've had sex in the past, I think I've had sex with, I don't know how many times I've had sex, but I've had sex with, somewhere between 10 and 20 different women, and without fail, not every time, because some of these women I've had relationships with, but one-off stuff, I guess in particular, the times where I've really, been yo, I need, and then I get there and we have sex, afterwards, I always feel not gross, but kind of just really, that's what that was, I guess, that sort of feeling. So I'm in there right now. I'm in that sort of headspace of yo, I really want to have sex. I'm there. I've been there for a while, a year. I'm telling you, people will call it a dry streak. I'd say I'm on a dry streak. That's what I tell people, and it's the truth. It gets the point across most effectively. But This time around, it's been so long since I last had sex that it's starting to become, at least I think, you know, all the men will understand me when I say I can't be sure. I don't trust myself 100% because, you know, the logical, conscious part of my mind is so intertwined with my penis that I can't always trust my thoughts. But just to get a thought out there so we can move on, part of this current dry streak has me thinking I need to have sex again because am I still attractive? And even saying that out loud, I feel kind of ridiculous because I've never been worried about if I was attractive or not. I've never thought of myself as like the hottest guy ever, but I never thought of myself as like super ugly. Well, there was times, but my point being, I think that my penis is just kind of making its way into my brain. I gotta keep him separate. So it's whatever. Let's end it off on the right note. If and when it happens, or wait, I can't remember what the right wordage. If it happens, it happens. I'm just along for the ride. Yeah, whatever. Donos for a lady for the night? Nope. For real? Nope. Let your fans run a Tinder for you for whatever city you're in? Nope. You're very right on the overnight aspect of anyone staying with you for multiple days. I did the same as you, but for survival and myself alone was hard to cover the tracks for. I don't cover tracks. I could make it work, and I don't want to deter anybody from following me. We can make it work. If you want to come along for multiple days, if you want to be that guy, if you just have to understand that you would become a character in my Instagram Reels. And I want that for the Instagram Reels, and I want it for you. So it's going to be awkward. It's going to be new. You know, it's going to be a lot. You're going to get thrown in the deep end. I've been on social media growing this following for a long time, but you will be sort of brand new. There's going to be lots of comments saying that they don't like you. There's going to be lots of comments saying that you're the best ever. Hopefully you're able to not read that many. But I mean, yeah, that's like I'm putting the something before the something right now. Yeah, just come on, walk with me, man. We can make it happen. Oh, let's go. You're smoking? That's lit. Dude, that's lit. Hey, take an extra smoke of whatever you're smoking, bro. That's that weed. Let's go. That's actually so fired for you to say that. Best stream I've smoked to in a minute. No lie. Let's go, bro. Take an extra hit. Light it back up. Take an extra hit from me, bro. That's lit. Oh, that's so exciting. A lot of people think that I'm like always high and stuff and into my videos and everything. I haven't smoked weed since September 19th, 2023. It was just a personal decision. I wouldn't say I was addicted. But at the time, I would say that I thought it was ruining my life. Now, 3 years later, I would say that no one thing can ruin your life unless you say that it's ruining your life. I mean, what does that even mean, ruining my life? So now that I've sort of, on the other side of that crazy like headspace, I can tell you that I think a lot of everything, I think like you are all up here and you got to realize that. That's sort of the biggest. So take an extra bowl for me because getting high does something crazy to the up here. It kind of turns it off. It makes you maybe appreciate it more. I don't know. It's just amazing. I love getting high. I love getting drunk. I don't drink either. I haven't drank for 2 years, but I love both of those things. I don't know if I ever will get high or drunk again, but I tell you what, I do get high and drunk when I'm around people. Yo, what up, Ward? Shout out Virginia Tech. I'm trying to get down through these chat messages in order, but I just saw Worth skips the line, bruh. Worth is first in the queue, bruh. Worth Thompson is the GOAT. Anyone who doesn't know who he is, well, pay close attention. You will soon. How you doing, bruh? Hope Virginia Tech is chill. One of the girls at your school, she's in a sorority. She pissed me off. She tried to see if she could get me to post something on my story. And she just sort of like, for me, and I don't mean to be getting all like angry. I know I'm supposed to be like staying PG, but I'm just trying to keep it real, bro. It just kind of was like, bro, like it just, to me, it seemed like, oh, you always just get everything you want, don't you? Like, like get out of my DM, like. But my job is to respond to all DMs, so I can't, like, that's kind of where the, I'm not the kind of guy that can just see a message and leave it. I have to respond. So anyway, And I also, especially through text, I never want to do negative responses. In this format, when I'm talking and it's the video and I can like be contextual and cover my bases and afterwards say, I don't mean to be like this, it's just this way and this, then like I'm kind of like freeballing. But through a DM, especially like this might be your only interaction with this person, and you never know what headspace they're in. Like you just don't want to send any DM. That's why when I'm replying to comments, you're gonna see a lot of yeses, because I'm never gonna say no. No is just a negative connotation. Yes is just positive. Even if it's like, will you go and come here? I'm gonna say yes, even if I know I probably won't. The yes is just kind of like a green happy reply. Just supporting a good time. Wait, where were we? Where were we? How long do you think it'll take you, best stream I smoked to? How long do you think it'll take you to walk all around? We're looking at like 3.5 years. Bro, you got so many fans here. Bro, I know. I know. There's 13 people watching, dude. We're like a community, it kind of feels like. I feel like I'm building a community. I think every time that I'm in a hotel and I have good Wi-Fi, I'm going to be live. I mean, this stream could go on for a long time because I already slept. I already took a nap. So I'm not like in a rush to get to bed. I actually feel like, I won't say awake, but like, I have a meal to eat and a Twix bar and here, look, right here. And I have chocolate milk. I'll take a sip of my chocolate milk while I get ready to get caught up on these chat, because I'm already almost caught up. And when I get caught up, that's when I'm gonna start just kind of freeballing my own brain. And you don't even know what's gonna happen when I start freeballing on my own brain. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. How long do you think it'll take you to walk all around? 3.5 years. Where did you start your journey? I'll say I have like 3 different answers that I rotate through. 2 of them mean the same thing. One of them is just blatantly incorrect, but for whatever reason, I like to say it because whatever, we're just going to start from the top. I'll either say I started in Virginia, I'll say I started in Virginia Beach, or I'll say definitively the correct response. I started at Sandbridge Beach. Virginia Beach obviously is in Virginia. Sandbridge Beach is also in Virginia. Sandbridge Beach is the exact beach that I started out on. The main road, that Sandbridge Road that comes out, there's no pier, no nothing. The road just turns right, but there's there's not even like really a parking lot. It's just like on foot. You just walk out to the beach. That's where my official walk, I would say, started. I've been camping. I've been urban camping and stuff for like a day or 2 prior, but that's when I had that. I stepped out onto the beach for the first time there, and that was when I had that moment to myself. I didn't film it. I didn't, you're not going to find it if you scroll back. You can find the day. I filmed clips throughout that day, but I wasn't like, this is the start. It was kind of it was kind of a moment that I kept to myself. And I kept it to myself, and I had the moment because the human mind, it's not like a computer. Memory doesn't work like a hard drive. You remember in emotions. So the way that I think I've been able to remember the name Sandbridge Beach, because I've walked through hundreds of towns and, hundreds of counties and I don't remember names. You just can't. But you remember feelings. So I was able to attach the name Sandbridge Beach to that feeling of and it was a little bit synthetic. I could have created it. I'm starting this walk now. I created that feeling. But that's how I was able to remember it, Sandbridge Beach, and that's the objectively correct answer to that chat. Where did I start my journey? Sandbridge Beach. If you go to jackcadis.com, it'll show you the first pin all the way up there is the exact coordinates of my start point, and those are going to be the exact coordinates of the finish line. And everybody in this chat, listen, we're going to have millions of followers cross-platform. I'm walking out in the United States. Everybody in this chat, there's 19 of you here right now, which is a very big number. I'm actually very surprised. You should all come, okay? The finish line is posted on jackcadis.com. When I'm a month, 2 months, I don't know, if I make it all the way around. I don't know if I'm going to be like, everyone come. I might get that whole city shut down. I might get arrested by the police for inciting a riot. But just know right now you have your ticket, so come. Will you take breaks to recharge? Avoid the winter on the northern border. So far, I seriously believe the human body can just walk through anything, especially with the tech that we have nowadays with like advanced sleeping technology and the wheel. Like I can carry water on like a rolling trailer attached to my hips through Arizona and stuff. The wheel didn't always used to, human beings used to be confined by where there was drinkable water, when we were like cavemen, but now it's like, I think it's very possible, all of it. And I think it's also very possible to do it without having any more 0 mile days. I've already had 1 0 mile, I've had two, I think. I've had two, I've had one true 0 mile day at the very northern end of North Carolina because it was raining. It was my third or fourth day. And I think early on, I did a lot of things on purpose just so I could like get the firsts out of the way. Because I think I get nervous for firsts, right? So I made sure to do lots of stuff so that like when I get to these later stages, like right now I'm rounding the tip of Florida, and if I were to get injured or if I were to just feel like I need a rest day, I wouldn't feel so like crazy about that because I would be able to tell myself, well, I've already had, it's not like, oh, I came all this way without a single rest day. Now I'm like, I wouldn't be like breaking a streak, if that makes sense. Like I would feel, because, that's just like a little bit of autism. Failure doesn't make you a loser because losers never try. Let me tell you, and when it comes to success, the person that succeeds is the person that doesn't quit. So, what does failure mean to you? When you fail, is that because, just make sure to frame the picture the right way and keep it all relative in the way that's going to suit you the best. Because the mind is conscious and we think in patterns and relativity is real. So if you can just frame the thing correctly, you will accomplish anything you've ever wanted to accomplish ever. Those TikTok edits, they're real. Post-nut clarity for real, bruh. Yeah, I'd be getting that. How long do you think it'll take you to get around? Wait. Bro, you already, Nikki 40. Is this Nikki from Jersey Mike's? How crazy would that be? Have to think with the right head. That's the truth, bruh. Hey, Hash Slinger, I like you, man. If you're still smoking along, smoke. I know I already told you to smoke extra for me, but now smoke double extra for me. Yo, how high can I get you, bro? Worth, what up, bro? You gonna make it to the Dry Tortugas? I don't know what that is. The guy who said he was going to skate around America hasn't said anything since. Looks like he's on his way. Bro said, you know what? You're right. Imagine that. Imagine I actually woke him up like a sleeper agent and he was like, it is time. And he just left to skate around America. We pulled you over wearing only your boxers at 2 a.m. Why? Jack Kid has told me to leave right now, so I had to. Bro, y'all are like talking to each other in chat. This is freaking sick, man. Didn't you used to do videos in Charlotte? Yeah, Worth knows up. Yeah, bro. I was born and raised in Charlotte. Who was the first person you told you were doing this? How did they respond? The first person I told I was doing this was Mark. And I don't know Mark's last name, but Mark is the CEO, founder, and creator of Spoil Royale, my first ever sponsor. So Mark had me over at his house to play Spoil Royale, the game that he created with his lady, his roommates, and his friends. And that's when it wasn't like I announced it to the first person ever. It was more like, hey, let me try saying this out loud. And here I go being hypocritical because I chewed into the skateboarding guy for talking about it without doing it. And now I'm telling a story about how I was talking about it without doing it. But I think all things said and done, I was really at this spot where I was like, ready to fail or ready. I was just like ready for something. Yo, who just farted? Anyway, I had just missed you in New Smyrna. I live over here. When you're by Tampa, I'd love to hook you up with brother. Hook you up, brother. Up Shitty will message you. Is your name Up Shitty on Instagram? That's a funny name. Good question. Who's the first person? Yeah, good question. Worry about you though, bro. Give yourself some 0 mile days to recharge and rest. Kate, I'm gonna be honest. The human body is amazing, all right? And I'm not out here like suffering. Like I actually have a pretty comfortable life. I think that every day it genuinely gets easier and easier. That's why I intentionally add a mile each month. I'm currently walking 12 miles a day for the month of, actually today I only did 11 because yesterday I did 13. And it's not like I intentionally did 11. My feet were just killing me. I didn't get good sleep last night with the wind and the mice and the hard ground. Isn't it just so ironic that I camp in an actual designated camping ground and just like, it's just all around it sucks. I just was like, all night I was thinking like, of course, that just makes sense. Like, okay. Of course, like of course. We might actually turn off the YouTube video in a second here and just be here in the stream. I mean, I don't know how long should I make the YouTube video go on for. We have 5 minutes left until we get to that 1 hour mark. We could, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it'd probably be good to turn the YouTube video off. Just because like I have to upload it, I could do that while I'm on the stream. Anyway, we're almost caught up with the chats here. Are you gonna take more Amtraks? Maybe Portland to Seattle? Oh, probably. I will say that if I do, I have a lot of improving to do on the way that I film it and the way that I storytell. I think it's like hard for me to get out of the headspace of taking a train. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Actually, the answer is probably yeah. Not anytime soon, I don't think. I think I'm gonna finish out Florida on foot, and then right when you get out of Florida, it's gonna be a really fun like state to state hop. Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. These 4 states are gonna go by not fast by any means, but like relatively fast in comparison to Florida. If anyone in the chat could Google it or ChatGPT it. Is Florida the longest coastline? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Dry Tortugas is a national park beyond the Keys, basically the furthest American territory in the Gulf. Oh, I'm not gonna go to Dry Tortuga. I think I've seen it on the map. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go to islands. What are you gonna do when you're done walking? I'll keep making videos for sure. It's probably gonna be hard to like readjust to my life, but I will have videos to fall back on. I'll definitely keep making videos. Kick exclusive, baby. Hey, Worth, bro. I'm sponsored by Kick. Like, I'm partnered. Like, how dope is that? I DM'd them and they responded. How much aura is that, dude? What's your biggest discouragement of not finishing? What's your biggest discouragement of not finishing? Bro, you are definitely stoned, given how far you've come. I think sometimes if I ever think about quitting, it's because I'm just like fed up. I have enough money to like finish Florida, and that gives me a lot more time to make more money. And I used to have way less money. But yeah, now we're caught up with the chat. So now we're caught up with the chat, and we can, yeah, bro, I know you stoned, bro. I'm gonna finish eating if that's chill. If y'all are smoking weed and stuff, I'm gonna finish eating. I'm not gonna drink the like soup that the meatloaf sits in because I don't know. I don't want to. Just read that back. Yeah, bro, I know. Like I read it the first time. It makes no sense. If you could pick one person, celebrity or other, to walk with you for the day, who would you pick? My mind goes to like my idols, like Casey Neistat and all that. But meeting a damn killer recently, I think had me realize that all these people are just people. I think if I could pick one person, celebrity or other, to walk with you for one day, who would you pick? I'd probably pick this one girl that like I'm not allowed to really talk to, and I have to leave alone. She doesn't want to. Yeah, y'all know how it is. I am gonna leave her alone for the rest of forever. But if I could force some if I could like force someone to walk with me for a day, like I'd probably use that power to, you know, because I feel like anyone else on the earth, I could make it happen without like a special wish, you know. But this person, due to our relationship, I don't think it's within my power anymore. I think I just fucked up too much. Are you going to be walking in the north in the winter? I don't know. I also don't care. People always ask me that, and like, if you really want to be inside my mind, you have to understand I don't give a shit. Like, you know, seasons change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna keep walking. It's just not. It's just not like my biggest concern. My biggest concern is literally, yeah, yo, like, bro, you get me, bro. uh, my biggest concern is Wi-Fi, Starlink, AT&T service, phone, health, technology. Not even a celebrity. Yeah, she's a celebrity to me, if that makes sense. The one that got away. Everyone has. I feel like a lot of people deal with that. The one that got away too. And when they get away, they really get away. I mean, you ain't ever gonna. You know what I'm saying? You just can't bring it back. And what's funny about that is that if this gets clipped, who knows who's watching? Maybe she's watching. Every girl that I've ever spoken to at all is gonna think it's her. But it ain't. It's just the one. I'll tell you what, man. I am in a place with the social media and stuff. Like, I do get messages from not like ex-girlfriends. Like, ex-girlfriends know better than to message me. They don't want anything to do with me. But like, girls that I went out with a little bit, maybe, they'll message me, and I'm always happy to get those messages. It makes me just sort of feel like, I don't know. I feel like for a long time, I always felt like women would run away from me, and then they would get away from me, and they'd be like, thank God I'm away from him. Like, he's bad news, and I don't want to be anywhere close to him. But now I feel like I'm starting to see this side of women that like I can actually relate to, because I'm always reaching back out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never run away from people and think like, thank goodness I'm away from this person. I always run away from people, and I think like, what's wrong with me that I can't sit with my own mind and I can't be with this person? You know what I'm saying? So I always I find it really comforting to see, I don't know if it's because of my Instagram following or not, but I always, whenever, I like to relate to people, and I just feel like I can relate to them when they, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of reach back out to me like out of nowhere. Like what made you do that? But that's so real because I be doing that. It's best to have loved and lost. Ain't that the truth, bruh? Ain't that the truth, bruh? I'm happy to have my experiences. When the border is far from roads and towns like northern Maine, will you try to get to the border or just to the closest road? Yo, who farted? I think our first instance of that really happening is going to be Texas. I saw a map of someone else that biked an outline of the country, and it didn't look like an outline, but we have jackcatus.com now, and we have so many fans in a growing community that I do feel very motivated to get as close as I can and stay as close as I can. When the border is far from, also the chats like these, not Jack describing avoidant attachment style, are great chats because first-time viewers that are coming in from the links on my social medias are reading that chat as the most recent chat, and they're like, ooh, drama gossip, and they stay to see what we're talking about. So maybe even we can clickbait people with these chats. If you guys want to type some chats in that are like clickbaity, even if we're not talking about something, but you think a certain topic, react to a topic that's not even being talked about, if that makes sense, that you think would be a topic that would clickbait people. When the border is far from roads and towns, I already read that. All right, we're caught up, man. We're caught up, bruh. We're caught up. I got 3 more bites of my meatloaf, and then I'm going to move on to my Twix. What's up, Jack? It's Tim from Florida with the boys, and Yo, what up, Tim? Looks like you're doing well tonight. I love that for you. You're an influence, and I hope the best for you. Good luck, man. Tim, I love you. I love you a lot, bro. I love you a lot, man. Tim, Tim, I feel like you don't be too hard on yourself, bro. Bro, LeBron reached out to you to walk. Yeah. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I feel a little bit too forced though. Like maybe I would have just said like no way, LeBron, or I would say like bro knows LeBron. I don't know. I maybe it just feels forced because like obviously we're forcing it. Damn, shout out to Jack for solving the conflict in the Middle East. All right, that's not really the vibe we're going for. That's more like you're trying to set me up with a girl. Like that's not really the. But good to see your username, Tim. I'm gonna be looking out for it. That's awesome. Worth, bro, get a load of these people, bro. Worth, man, I always used to think like, yo, who is watching these live streams? Because I never tuned into live streams. I always just see the clips and stuff. But now we have people watching this live stream, and I'm like, yo, who are you people, bro? But it's lit that Worth is here because I know him, you know. And maybe I should just get that off my chest while I'm starting my live stream journey. If you're watching this stream and you think for a second like, oh, Jack's my friend, but we've never met, I'm not your friend. You need to go and make some friends. If we don't know each other from before I started walking, I just saw the link from the JLK show. Bro, I don't think I posted it on JLK show. I posted it on my story. Yeah, but that's how everybody's seeing it. There's no way anyone's just joining. I do have 56 followers though, so maybe some people have like notifications turned on Kick. Yo, Worth, did you download the app, or are you on like PC? Are you in your crib? How's your day going? What is it, like a weekend? What day is it? Oh, it's Friday, bro. Bro, what are you doing on watching me on a Friday? Like you're beautiful. Cake won't let me log in. I love you, bro. That was Griffin Hilliard. That was 30 minutes ago. Kicking phone right now, giggling and kicking my feet. Me when it's like one-way FaceTime. All right, we're gonna introduce a new segment after I finish eating. We're gonna freestyle. I just finished my meatloaf. I'm gonna eat this Twix bar. Finish this. This is finished. My chocolate milk. And then I have this Gatorade that we're gonna crack. And right as we crack this Gatorade, we're gonna start freestyling. And that's what I'm gonna end the YouTube video because I don't want to get copyrighted. Niagara Falls, people will be messaging from there, man. That's very exciting. I hope I can make it. Me every time he sneaky farts, bro. What the fuck? Me every time he sneaky farts. Hey, I actually wait. Hold on. I actually haven't farted once on this live stream. So or my inside. So I don't know what that's referring to. Hope you make it out to California. Also from Virginia. That's lit, bro. This is so much fun. All right, y'all. I can really freestyle, and I'm gonna give this one my all. So we have 11 viewers up in here, and those that have the ability to chat. I'm actually gonna save this candy bar for after the freestyle. And we're just gonna get into this because oh, I'm so sorry. Because now we're at 13 viewers and like I really got it like that. All right, y'all ready? Because I really do got it like that. I'm gonna turn on the beat because I freestyle while I walk. Y'all don't realize, but I walked long stretches of Highway 17 with nothing but my headphones and a fucking boom bap beat. Y'all ready for this? I'm gonna play my favorite beat. Yes way, bruh. Smoke an extra bowl. I know we're not friends, but I have to with you, my grandma. I have to pay one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's, you know, I'm not being too hard about it. I just heard some famous guys say it once. Or some famous guys. Everybody understand I'm really with it. I freestyle forever. Where's the midget? Understand, I can't stop this. No, everybody like, Jack, where's your side hoe? I don't got one, but I'm coming like Top Gun. Stop, son, I'm at the stop sign, not one. Can't slow down for nobody, I'm a freestyler. This isn't written down, no, it's off the top. Can't do what I do without you, no sir. It's a beat that I get, and I know it's absurd. About to wake up, 6 a.m., I need to make up all of the shit in my head. Where's the makeup? Not a woman, but I think about them. If you want a couple, just think about them. I can't stop what I'm doing for nothing and nobody. Man, I'm stumbling, I'm nervous, man. Nobody can stop me. Doing it forever. Where's the top, please? Not cheese. I don't even like it, that's dairy. I'm on the freestyling wave. I can't stop what I'm doing till I'm getting. Oh, I forgot to stop.